You know, most English learners are prepared for simple conversations, things like ordering food, asking for directions, or talking about their hobbies. But no one teaches you what to say when something surreal or magical happens. How do you explain a moment that feels impossible? That's why learning through storytelling can take your English to a whole new level. It trains your mind to understand and describe strange, emotional, even mystical experiences with natural language. If you're ready to move beyond textbooks and speak English that truly captures life, subscribe now to SpeakEase. It started as an ordinary Saturday. I was helping my uncle clean out his garage, dusty boxes, broken radios, old photos, and forgotten tools. He handed me a small wooden box and said, "You might like this." Inside was an old wristwatch. The leather strap was cracked but soft, and the glass face was scratched. Still, it had a quiet beauty to it, simple, strong, old-fashioned. I put it on without thinking, just to see how it felt. The moment the buckle clicked, something changed. The breeze outside stopped moving. The ticking sound in the room got louder. My breathing slowed down, like I was underwater. I looked around and realized everything had gone quiet. Too quiet. I stepped outside. The world looked the same: sunlight, shadows, a neighbor watering his plants, but everything was slower. The water from the hose moved like syrup. The leaves on the trees barely shifted. A bird flew past me, but its wings flapped in slow motion. My heart beat calmly, even as my thoughts raced. Was I imagining it? Was it the watch? I looked down. It was ticking normally. But nothing else was. I walked to the street corner. A car was coming, but it moved like a glacier. I could see the driver yawning, his head slowly turning. The sound of the engine stretched out like a deep, endless hum. I wasn't scared. I was curious. I sat on a bench and listened to the world breathing slowly. It felt like time had decided to pause for me. After maybe 10 or 15 minutes, I took the watch off. The moment I unclipped the strap, the noise rushed back. The wind picked up. The car passed by with a whoosh. A dog barked in the distance. Time, it seemed, had hit play again. I stared at the watch in my hand. It was just metal, glass, and leather. But somehow, it had changed something. Or maybe it changed me. Since then, I've only worn it once more. I don't know how or why it works, but I do know this: some objects carry stories inside them. And sometimes, they let you live one. Let's look at some natural English expressions you heard in this story. Without thinking, used when you do something automatically or quickly. Everything had gone quiet, a way to describe sudden silence. Like I was underwater, describes slow, muffled sensation. Raced, as in my thoughts raced, shows intense thinking or worry. Hit play again, a creative way to say something restarted. Here's your task. Think of a time when the world felt different to you, even for a moment. Maybe it was magical, maybe it was scary, maybe it was just unusual. Try writing a short paragraph about it in English. Use at least 2 of the phrases above. And in the comments, tell me, if you had a watch that could slow time, when would you wear it? For more stories that teach real, emotional, and magical English, subscribe to SpeakEase. Because life is full of moments that don't follow grammar rules but still deserve to be told.